What's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Justina Emily, and we are here at Pink Box, presented to you by Girl Sound Studios. And I just have to say thank you for all the love, for all the support. It's been great to be back and to be rolling. Make sure you are following Girl Sound because we are doing a lot of fun things for summer. So follow for events. We have writing camps and all that good stuff. So make sure you do that. Sign up for the email as well for our special newsletter. I'm excited because, I got my boys here. I got Jose, got Joe, got everybody in. And we also have a special guest today. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for this one. Everyone, welcome Deltron Blac. What's good, Del?
Thank you for having me. DJ, all right, DJ Justina, holding it down.
Welcome. Thank you for being here.
No, it's an honor. I'm happy to be here. I am so excited. Oh, supportive. Like, I love what you guys do. It's not support when you love what's going on. And I love what you guys got going on. So shout out to the whole team.
Yes,
real talk.
Thank you. I'm not going to lie. Okay. We're going to get personal, okay? Because I met you before I knew you were an artist. And then, because you are the best man at my future wedding. Let's just put it out there.
Let's talk art. Can I cuss?
Yeah, sure.
I can cuss a little bit. I'll keep. I'll
Go
try.
ahead.
You guys are gonna bleep it out? No, let's talk our shit. Yes. I would. I'm honored to be, your future wedding's
best man.
groom, best man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. We met through a cool cat. I mean, sometimes he's a little funny. We ain't gonna talk jokes right now. I love my boy. That's my boy right there. So we gonna keep it chill. We gonna stay focused.
That's my man. But I'm not gonna lie. When he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm bringing my boy. He's an artist," and I'm like,
there go another one. It's L.A., right?
Yeah. Oh, really? And then, I'm not gonna lie. And then I was able to come out to, what was that? It was an event for, I believe it was an all-female bike motorcycle club.
When it started raining?
When it started raining.
That was the first. Oh, I was so disappointed that was your first experience.
I loved it. It was fun.
It was crazy because you did get lit. That was it was a very memorable experience. I was like, yo, Ty, I like her. She can handle her drinks.
Just to make it clear, okay, I make friends everywhere.
Right.
My man was scared because he was like, have you ever been around this many black people? Are you okay? And I was like, I'm good.
That sound like him. That sound like him.
And I was like, I'm good. And then I started making friends. And then they're, at the bartender. And before you know it, she's like, girl, I like you. You cool. Here's a margarita. And here's another two. And here's the third one.
Did Ty get jealous that night? Okay, I shouldn't have said his name. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, so, okay, you was getting the margaritas handed to you and you was feeling good and comfortable at the motorcycle bike club. Then this is not just an average event. This is like one of the most exclusive black motorcycle bike clubs. So it was
lit.
Yeah, it was lit. It was crazy.
And it was awesome because you got on stage. I thought it was like a scene from a movie because it started to rain right when he got on stage.
Right when I got on stage.
And it was like all dramatic and stuff. And he was going and I was like, just keep on, let him go.
Yo,
just
you
let
showed
him
me
keep
love.
going.
Nah, yeah.
Just let him go. And then eventually they're like, you kind of have to get off stage.
Yeah, it's getting somebody's going to get electrocuted. But it was crazy. That was one of my worst. I put that in my past because that was one of my worst shows ever. Not the performance. You guys felt the energy and the people were out there, on their motorcycles and stuff. But it was such an awkward show because we had a stage. It was built with like bars behind. It looked like a movie scene. It was in a warehouse district or area. And I got on stage and as soon as like the second song started, it just started to rain, and then it started to come down pretty heavy. And I'm like, yo, I've been in a lot of awkward situations with shows where I've had to do jumping jacks on shows because like the sound went out and I was trying to keep the people entertained. This is when I first started rapping, but this was probably like the second worst show. I don't know which one was worse, when the sound went out in a club full of people or when it started to rain
and
at a motorcycle. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had fun though. I mean, you guys made it special. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys were there holding me down regardless of the weather and all the shit that was going on. So it was dope.
So how far back have you been
Rapping?
Rapping.
Oh, dang, that's going to date me so much, but I started when I was a kid. So let's just say that. And that started in 1997. I wrote my first rap. Shit, damn, I don't look that old, but I wrote my first rap.
I don't look that old.
I ripped myself and complimented myself at the same time. But I wrote my first rap in like 97. It took me like 8-9 months to write one verse. I was just a kid. I was probably only like, I ain't gonna say, but I was so young. And when I wrote it, it took forever. But as I kept chipping away at the craft, it went from 8 months to 6 months to 3 months to weeks to days, and now I can write in minutes because I just took the craft so serious. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been a long time.
What artist was like inspired you when you were that little?
So a nigga got to do it, and the nigga got to wait. No, I'm just playing. I'm trying to do a Busta Rhymes. I don't remember other people's lyrics like that well, but Busta Rhymes is one of my inspirations, definitely. But Bone Thugs and Harmony, which you came, that was a redemption show. But then, didn't they cancel that day that you came?
They didn't show up because it was a day when the computers for TSA
when it
didn't
got
work.
hacked. What is going on, Justina? When you come to my shows,
I just won't show up anymore. I forgot about that too.
Nah, but
it was It was a Bone
Thugs and Harmony show. I was opening it up.
They were, I believe, east, and they were supposed to fly in to Orange County.
Right.
And then
all the airplanes, everything got hacked and shut down,
and they couldn't make it to the show.
Yeah, it was crazy. But then we had the redemption show like 3 months later, and we ripped that shit in half.
That's why I stood home.
Oh, wow.
That's why I stood home.
No, okay, so the third time's a charm, right? I mean, you've been to other events and things like that, but I'm talking about as far as big shows, yeah.
Yeah. But Bone Thugs and Harmony, when you were little.
That was the inspiration. I learned how to write, I learned how to rap Lazy Bones verse for, y'all remember the movie Set It Off?
Yes.
And then you look into my eyes and you can see that we get more than the. So back in the studios, y'all know we roll hydro every time we rise. I'm high, better believe me all the time. I rise to the top of the game. No way that I had to run, no way that I had to turn. But a lot of these kids won't learn that the money that I earn won't burn. So come again, better watch that Max. Anyway, so I don't know if I got all the words right, but I learned that was my first verse ever learning. Growing up in like foster home, group home, like we would walk down the street and we would trade those verses in bars. And they're like, yo, Dale, you have to learn that. I'm like, can I learn Busy Bones part? Like, I liked his voice, right? Or Crazies? And they're like, no, you need to learn that one. And so I learned that verse. And then eventually I was like, let me try to write my own. And eventually, I was able to complete a verse. So, yeah, they were some of my inspirations.
And you have didn't you write a song about your mom?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My mom, multiple songs about my mom. I got one called The Book of Paula. But something I never told anybody, Justina, on my album Everything's Black, there's a song called Never Go Away. And it's such an emotional song because I made it sound like a relationship. It sounds twisted in a weird way, but I wrote it as if it was a relationship. But if you listen to it deep enough, you can understand that this is not like just a romantic relationship. It's a relationship between people who depend on each other. And my mom has been disabled since I was born. She lost her leg in a car accident. I don't know if I've ever said this on camera. Thank you for bringing, you're evoking some truth. She lost her leg in a car accident before I was born. And I wrote this song, Never Go Away. And it was about just trying to be a strong man and depend on, try to be a strong man that your mother depends on. But also having the issues of depending on your mother like any other child would. So y'all should definitely check that song out now that I've actually revealed it. Almost no one knows that Never Go Away from Everything's Black is really about my mom and our departure from each other, where I had to grow up. I had to invest into my own family, and I had to try to make something happen, though I loved her. And so Never Go Away is her perspective towards me, because I learned her and I understood her and I loved her so much that I understood what she was going through mentally with me having to depart and become a man of my own. So that's a special song. And then of course I got Book of Paula was on my last album, where the Church Network stole her story and they turned it into a movie. Are
we able to say what movie?
I don't know the name of the movie. I can say the network, but I don't want to put them on blast. I don't want, any issues to come. I'm kind of media trained a little bit, but I don't want any network to come for her and be like, oh, this is not. But they took her story, and she was supposed to write a book. And when they took it and turned it into a movie after she submitted her memoirs and all that stuff, I gave her the title Book of Paula, because that was her story. So I tried to translate it in song format. You know what I'm saying? Dang, yo, you're good at this. What the heck? You're good at this. All right. She's bringing it out. She's bringing it out.
Oh, and I also, he didn't even know, but I have his.
Rocking the Black House thread. Shout out to my man Ty. Yeah. Black House threads. Heck yeah. Black House.
See? A little pizzazz.
You show love. You showing love.
See? Yeah, I'm an okay girlfriend for Ty then, right?
You are extraordinary.
Thank you.
Like,
just putting it out there. I'm okay.
Extraordinary.
I got the approval.
Oh, yeah. A long time ago.
I'm going to put Justin on blast. Can I? Real quick side note, this is going to get personal.
Okay.
Justin had wrote Ty a text saying, like, it was my birthday week. Mm-hmm. And he was like,
uh-oh.
Justin?
Uh-oh. Justin, forgive her.
What was it? Happy birthday to your lady. Wish we could be there. Big Tina.
Wait, what?
He said, tell Big Tina happy birthday. Wish we could be there. And he was like, oh, yeah, look at Justin. We were running around. He goes, oh, yeah, look at Justin wants to say happy birthday. Big Tina.
We're like, yo.
I'm mad at all y'all. You're not telling me I'm big.
What? Maybe he meant it like OG status. Like, okay. I'm sure that's what he meant. I don't think Justin would be. Justin's crazy. But, I mean, one, you look phenomenal, right? You look phenomenal. No disrespect to my boy. Like, but to say Big Tina, Justin probably was trying to tap into his inner hood.
I'm just messing with you. I had to. Oh, we have the opportunity. I had to. I'm game.
Hey, Justin. Shout out to Justin. I'm going to whoop his ass in Street Fighter for that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, we play online sometimes.
There you go. There you go. Speaking of, like, kind of like going into the music industry, do you feel like, and this is one of the questions that you brought up, which was a good point, is the music industry
shifting? Changing? Is it? Oh, it's collapsing. Yeah. Okay. So my mentality on the music industry is, oh wow, the new slave. That popped out, right? Because it's like, what does that mean? I think the music artists nowadays. All right. So I'm gonna get a little deep, but when you think of the slave trade, like, who really sold their people off? It was a lot of tribe leaders. They sold them. And when I think of that, I think of a lot of artists who are willing to put people in a compromising position or a nasty position in order to reap the benefits. Mm-hmm. So they'll tell the like, okay, I'm not going to name any specific artists, but they'll tell the kids to sip lean, to smoke, and to do drugs and pop pills when they don't even do it themselves. Mm-hmm. Or you have women that'll be like, hey, I be a bad bitch, go do this, go do that, suck this, touch that, but they're married. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, and they're not in the streets like that. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things where, like, me musically, I feel like I don't want to compromise myself to the position where, let's just say it like this. Everything that I talk about and rap about in my songs, I've either done, I will do, mm-hmm. or I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So I try to stay true to myself. But sometimes it seems like the new slave, they'll just put out anything to reap the benefits, and then their people will suffer. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I meant by the mentality of that. And not to mention, like, when we talk about the music industry connected to the prison industry, mm-hmm. and how we need you to promote this negativity so we can continue to bring this traffic into our system. And then we have the new slave where they're getting slave wages mm-hmm. to do certain things. Like, literally, they're on the side of roads building what was it? Hurricane Katrina. A lot of people don't even know this, but when Hurricane Katrina hit, they had a lot of prisoners on the front lines, even though it was unsafe. Mm-hmm. And they were like putting the sandbags and stuff like that when the water was coming in. but it's one of those things where nobody else would do this.
And even
So
here
let's get
local,
these-
the fires.
You see,
the Easton
you see
fires.
what I'm saying? So it's a new format. So if you can keep them unintelligent with the music, then you can keep bringing in new slaves. And when you talk about the population of a lot of the men and where the hell they at, they're the new slave. But we don't know that because the music industry is tied. You can look it up. Like back in speaking of Bone Thugs and Harmony, and even Crazy Bone actually had a podcast where he mentioned it. And I knew of this already. I knew of it with Ruthless Records, like NWA, all that back in that time period. They made a pact with the prison industry and the music industry to keep pushing this forward, this agenda. But we don't know it because we don't talk about it. So thank you for having me here so we can talk about shit like that.
Yeah. How do you feel as like now that you've been in the game for so long and you've seen the shift? I'm sure you probably were selling CDs.
Yeah, sold CDs
trunk,
at 17 years old. I was putting out CDs.
Yeah, and then going from that to like you had to physically go out there and market yourself and for people to know who you are.
She's so fucking good. Wow. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, when you have to get out there and rub elbows with people and market yourself.
And now it's on social media. Do you feel like, obviously it's changed, but can you touch a little bit?
Yeah, I remember, I'll share a quick story and I'll keep it quick. I remember shout out to my whole squad from Pasadena. We used to go to Old Town Pasadena. And this is back when CD burners was a big thing. And we would literally take Sharpies and write, Black Heat. That's what I used to go by back then. And we would sell the CDs, $2, $3, $5, whatever they had to offer. And it was so embarrassing my first time going out with a stack of burnt CDs at like 16, 17, and maybe 18, trying to sell these CDs in old Pasadena and people walking up to me or me walking up to people and them rejecting me and I'm like, damn, this was hard. But I remember I came across one guy, tall dude, dreads, or locks, I should say, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna buy this for you. And I think it was one of my first purchases. And all those rejections, that one purchase made me say, yo, there's people who do see the grind and care about it. So anyway, just to answer your question, it was personal. It was like you had to get up, get out, promote yourself. You had to be personable. You had to have like a want for this. Nowadays, I think with the whole social media and the Spotify, since anybody can load it up, think about it. Like, I mean, you pay $400, $500, you can get a whole studio set up. And you can be a recluse and sit in your room, and not saying anything's wrong with that. Some people just want to be artists. But back then, you had to develop yourself. You had to get rejected. And I think that's what creates dexterity. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, a lot of that is missing. So that's why it's so fickle. People are coming in the music industry, and then 2 weeks later, they'll quit because it's not going the way that they want. But they weren't built with perseverance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Did you ever go through a time where you felt like this wasn't it for you?
All the time. I'm going through it right now.
Really?
But I can't stop it. Because like that story that I just shared with you, like, why would I stop now? It's like, it's so naturally woven into me that it's a part of my life. It's a part of my process. But does it get hard? Yeah, it gets hard. Like, I mean, you're wearing a Black House shirt, like, until my boy Ty came along, like, I was doing that stuff myself. I was creating all of my own. I was sending the logos off, paying for everything, paying for the CDs, the print up, the press, like driving to the different places, the radio shows, the interviews, all that stuff. Throwing my own shows because I couldn't get booked. You know what I'm saying? I ran into discrimination, and my style of music, my genre, wasn't fit for the typical backpack underground scene. So I had to create my own platforms, and then I started putting other people on. So yeah, it gets hard. It gets extremely exhausting at times, but we need this. And there's people out there, there's a kid that's going to probably watch this, or there's a parent who has a kid that's going to watch this and be inspired, like that first guy who bought that CD from me when I was just writing my damn Sharpie name on the CD. And it inspired me to keep going. That's why I do it. You know what I'm saying? So other people can have an opportunity in the future.
And we've talked about this before, because thank you for coming out to a Girl Sound Pass the Aux, which is really cool, because everyone, all the artists can, whether you're an artist or a producer, engineer, you could come out and you could play the music, play your music, what you worked on.
Yeah.
you're in there vibing. I think we have footage of that too. I'm gonna post that. I think I have footage of that night too.
Yeah.
And you came and you said, I'm not one genre.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you feel that still to today?
Oh yeah, of course, definitely. I think and it's funny. Damn, you're really, yo, what the hell? Really good. I've been looking for something that was like thought provoking and something that like, and no knock to any of the other platforms that I've been to, but I just been sharing the same shit like that most people know musically or want to hear musically. But I like the questions you're asking me. Being multifaceted when it comes to music, I come from I mean, we're talking Tupac is my all-time favorite. Even though the Busy Bones, the Busta Rhymes, and people who inspired me, the Most Def, Talib Kweli's, like Pharoah Monches, all those great MCs. Black Thought, that's a piece of my name. Black Heat came from inspiration from Black. Like I love Black Thought, God MC. But just to answer your question, I was having a conversation where I'm like, I didn't want to be just a typical backpack rapper. Me and Ken Quick, that's my partner whenever I do duets, we coined the term underground. And it's because we didn't want to be mainstream, but we didn't want to be underground. Mm-hmm. So I said, what's the middle? And underground, it would be the middle line. And we made that in 2002, and we made kind of a pact to say, we're not going to do the typical genre shit. We're going to do what feels good to us. Mm-hmm. And I love that I can do commercial tracks, but I'm also lyrical and I can do MC, just, you know, the typical like backpack rap or traditional lyrical miracle and any range in between that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I pride myself with that. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Because I think that's when you start to be labeled, then you start to get put in a box and you have to stick to it, and you can't. I've done songs about like, you know, like my mother's song, but then I've done songs where it's like, give me give me that, and like, yo, yeah, like tracks like you want to know what's crazy? I can't really remember any of my verses ever. And I don't mean to take Lil Wayne's approach, but once you say the first word, then I can remember it. So if I can remember the first word, then I can do the rest of the verse. But I've written so many verses over the years. We're talking thousands of verses. I've ghostwritten. I know I've told y'all the story. Like I've wrote for Dr. Dre a while back. Pop. I've written pop songs. I've written songs for women. So I can't remember none of this shit until I hear the first word, and then it starts to trigger and come back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Do you like writing songs for women? Because it kind of gives you a perspective from...
I'm going to tell you a conversation I had the other day. I do like writing songs for women, and I was like, you know what? It's a challenge. Mm-hmm. And I had a conversation the other day, and I was like, you know what? If I had an artist that was gay or bisexual, I would love to write for them. And I know that sounds kind of like for all my old school homies that's probably not as open-minded. When you write, I just saw a writing workshop for LA County. And I said, when you write, you have to be able to tap into a place of creativity where you can be able to get outside of yourself. And that's some of the most beautiful writing. The authors who are able to create outside of themselves and take you to a different place, even if it's not their perspective, it teaches you to be human and see things from other perspectives. So yeah, I would write for many people. I would write for women, no matter how you identify, men, whatever your pronoun is. It's something that is a challenge as an artist. And I think more artists should be open to getting into all forms of writing for all types of people if you consider yourself a ghostwriter or a songwriter. Mm-hmm. If you're a real artist, don't just write for the shit that's comfortable for you and then shop it off. It's like, yo, you've done that now. Challenge yourself and go outside your box.
Because then you're literally going to have to experience or try to put yourself in a place where you have to experience something that you yourself has never felt in the full.
Imagine, see, Joyner Lucas is the type to do this type of stuff. You just hit me with an idea and it's live on camera. Imagine
freestyling it.
Well, oh wow! Imagine, and I would be down to freestyle. I'm down, but imagine writing like Jordan Lucas is good for writing from different perspectives. Imagine writing like the struggles of a person who went through an operation or a transgender, and you write both the perspectives of what it was to be what it is now. Like that's the type of creativity that's challenging and inspirational. I can't freestyle that. That's some deep provocative. You want to make sure you nail every single thing. But you got some beats you want me to freestyle too? What's up? Are we freestyling or not? I don't know. Are we chilling or are we freestyling?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I mean, are we playing any track?
You can freestyle Pink Box.
Pink Box. Oh man, that's a hard one to freestyle to. Damn.
I'll start it.
Pink Box.
Where the mic is always hot.
Mic is always hot. Then no. Oh my God, you got me right there, man. But I'm not gonna stop. Pop off the top. You know what we got. Freestyle, man. You know when that I got this thing unlocked. Man, I came from Pasadena. Shout out to Justina. When it comes to the hosting, ain't nobody meaner. Knowing that I'm cleaner. You check out my demeanor. Hey, yo, man. Ty fell in love when he seen her. Black House threads. You can see it on the shirt. When it comes to freestyling, I go to work. I ain't even got a beat, but I keep it so complete. Man, I'm freestyling off of the top of the Donut Street of El Sereno. That's where I grew up, where the fires was at. But you know you're not retiring black till the day you get tired of black. Hey, yo, that's the day that I won't inspire to rap. But yo, I'm doing it from the top. You know I got the beanie. I'm trying to lose the belly, man. I'm trying to get skinny, but these cats can't see me. Went out to see me. Valley, shout out to DJ Chess, man. It's Cali holding it down.
Hey.
All right, okay. All right. Yo, at first I was kind of, you free? You dropped that so quick. It was like Pink Box, and then you just dropped your rhyme. I was like, oh, shit. I was going to come in here, like, prepare the beats and, like, yo, listen, I'm going to drop some bars. But I like the off the top of the dome freestyle part because many people won't do it. Like, we just did it just right here on the spot, no beat necessary, just off of the top, capella style. Well, that's just beautiful.
Now you can come, you can always come to Girl Sound Studios.
I'm with it.
But the next one, I want to be like, I want to get on the mic with you. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to go, yeah.
That's it. Just drop. You want to P Diddy my background, my backgrounds, my P Diddy my backgrounds in music. Wait, is that okay to say? Is that okay to say, Jay? Okay, yeah. You want to could you? That's what you look. You got to see. She said, I just want to get on the mic and say, yeah,
yeah.
Take that.
Dance,
yeah, take that. Yeah, with the dance
and the back for no reason.
Yeah, that's ripped.
You gotta come down to the studio.
I'm down.
Thank you for and thank you for, like you said, you just embrace anybody for who they are, what they are.
Oh, definitely.
And you're always welcome
definitely
to the family and come to events, and you rock a mic. That's all I gotta say. Even though on a personal level, I'm not just complimenting you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Because, you're our best man.
Thank you. Oh, wow. That's crazy.
But on the Pink Box, before it's, time to go, you can go ahead and open that for me.
That's is
yours.
For me?
Yeah, it's just a little something. Courtesy of Jose.
Wow, that's a big one right there. Well, pause. I mean, well, or not. I don't know.
Just go ahead. Go ahead with your bad self. Just a little something.
A little something.
And we heard you like it.
Yo, we might have to name this episode Hot Fries and Hennessy. This is so fire. Yo, this is my joint.
Hot fries and Hennessy.
I love this. This is
got the best of me.
Get it. No, I'm gonna drop the beat.
We're at Girl Sound. The Pink Box.
I love it.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna go record our new intro music.
You gotta use that as a sound drop. Thank you so much for having me.
Deltron Blac, everybody. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Stay humble, stay driven.
It's an honor. Thank you for having me. Shout out, peace, love to everybody out there.
Peace, love, and thank you for everyone for tuning in. Like I said, we're gonna go drop a beat.